So let me start with the Lesotho nationals. I have decided to grant exemption to approximately 54,653 Lesotho nationals for a period of 2 years. The affected Lesotho nationals will be entitled to apply for new exemption permits under the following terms and conditions. Number one, a holder of the exemption permit will be entitled to work, seek employment, and conduct business in the Republic. 2, a holder of the exemption permit due to expire on the 31st of December 2023 or such extended period of validity will be entitled to apply for a new exemption permit. 3, a holder of the exemption permit will be entitled to sojourn in the Republic of South Africa during the validity of the exemption permit. 4, new exemption permit to be issued will expire on the 29th of November 2025. As I said, that's for BaSotho national. A holder of the exemption permit will not be entitled to apply for permanent residence in terms of section 25, 26, and 27 of the Immigration Act 13 of 2002 or any other provision in any other law, irrespective of the period of stay in the Republic of South Africa. 6, new exemption permits will not be renewable. 7, a holder of the exemption permit will be allowed freedom of movement between Lesotho and South Africa or any other country for that matter. 8, a holder of the exemption permit cannot change his or her status in the Republic of South Africa as contemplated in section 10.6 of the Immigration Act 13 of 2002 during the validity of the permit issued. 9, when a holder of the exemption due to expire on the 31st of December 2023 or such extended period apply for a new exemption permit, he or she must disclose and or register all the minor children born and staying in the Republic of South Africa. I now move over to the Zimbabwean nationals. I have decided to grant exemptions to approximately 178,000 Zimbabwean nationals for a period of 2 years in terms of section 32(2)(b) of the Immigration Act 13 of 2002. The affected Zimbabwean nationals will be entitled to apply for new permit under the following terms and conditions. 6.1, a holder of the exemption permit will be entitled to work, seek employment, and conduct business in the Republic of South Africa during that period of exemption. 6.2, a holder of the exemption permit due to expire on the 31st of December 2023 or June 2024 and such extended period of validity will be entitled to apply for a new permit. A holder of the exemption permit will be entitled to sojourn in the Republic of South Africa during that validity period. 4, exemption permit to be issued will expire on the 29th of November 2025. A holder of the exemption permit will not be entitled to apply for permanent residence in terms of section 25, section 26 and 27 of the Immigration Act 13 of 2002 or any other provision in any other law, irrespective of the period of stay in the Republic of South Africa. Number 6, exemption permits will not be renewable. Number 7, a holder of the exemption permit will be allowed freedom of movement between Zimbabwe and South Africa or any other country during that period. 6.8, a holder of the exemption permit cannot change his or her status in the Republic of South Africa as contemplated in section 10.6 of the Immigration Act 13 of 2002 during the validity of the permit issued. When Number 9, when a holder of the exemption permit due to expire on the 31st of December 2023 or 28 June 2024, you remember that the 2 dates, the first one was determined by the department, the June one was determined by a court of law, or such extended period for a new exempt permit, he or she must disclose and or register all the minor children born and stay in the Republic of South Africa. Maybe I need to repeat this. The Department of Home Affairs, before the court case, extended the Zimbabwe exemption permit to 31st December 2023. And a court of law extended it further by 6 months to 28 June 2024. And we are saying a person who falls in those two categories, he or she must disclose and or register all minor children born and stay in the Republic of South Africa. I have issued directives extending the validity of the exemption permits in respect of the Lesotho national to 31 December 2024 and in respect of Zimbabwean national to 31 December 2024. The directive as annexed here as Annexure A. Excuse me. The directives are annexed here to as Annexure A and B. The directive will be published in the Government Gazette on Monday, 4 December 2023. It will be seen from the directives in respect of Zimbabwean nationals that approximately 78,126 of those who applied for waivers and 10,427 of those who applied for other visas are afforded certain protections while they await the outcomes of their waiver and visa application. In other words, there is no need for them to apply for new exemption permits, as the validity of their expired exemption permit has been duly extended. I also need to explain this, colleagues. You remember while the court cases were going on with the Zimbabweans, we said we have given them several concessions. The first one being they apply for a waiver from the Minister of Home Affairs, which waiver allows them not to go to the Department of Labor to look for a certificate. And I think I need to explain this further because many people don't understand it. They believe it is an issue of that happens with critical skills list. When you apply for a general work in South Africa, the Act says you must go to the Department of Labor. The employer, yourself or the prospective employer, must show that the work they want to give you, they have searched all over the country through adverts and other means, and there is no South African who can perform that job. There is nobody. That's why the employer is going across the border to look across the borders to look for somebody else. If the Department of Labor is convinced about that, they give you a certificate which you bring to the Department of Home Affairs. The Department of Home Affairs will then give you a general work visa. Now, these Zimbabweans, these 178 Zimbabweans, we said they can apply for a waiver from that so that they no longer have to go to the Department of Labor. Because many of them, years back, when they were given these special concessions, one of the conditions was that you need to have a job, or you need to be starting, or you need to have a business. So they were given knowing very well that they are in jobs. If they were not in jobs, they would not have been given. So now that they are in jobs via a special, a particular dispensation, You cannot then say, no, go to the Department of Labor and let them establish that no South African can do this job. Because when they were given this permit long ago, it was on the basis that they've got a job in South Africa. So we are saying those who have applied and get waivers, they don't have to apply again. And the people who have applied is 78,126. And all of them were busy giving them those waivers because all they need is to prove that I've already got a job in South Africa anyway, and we are giving those waivers. Now, out of those who have got waivers, 10,427 applied for other visas. You remember that was the reason for this whole exercise. That apply for any one of the 17 visas because we are ending this special dispensation which we used to get. But those who did not apply for the waivers, there's nothing we can do. They need to go to VFS and start all over again. It's not my fault. We've given them the opportunity. We extended it many times, as you know. So I call upon all the affected Lesotho and Zimbabwean nationals to make use of the windows of opportunity to apply for new exemption permits through VFS. I also need to explain this. We've been asked many times about this Zimbabwean exemption permit being extended, given for the first time in 2009, then in 2014, and in 2017, which was to expire in 2022. People call those extensions, in terms of Section 31, 2B of the Immigration Act, you don't extend, you can't. You give them a new thing. That's why if you look at the Zimbabwean permit, it had 3 different names. The first one was called DZP, Dispensation for Special Permit for Zimbabwe or something. I forgot the second one, but the most recent one is called ZEP. They were not given names just because of. It's because in the Act you can't extend. You allow them the opportunity, but you give them a new permit. And this is what we are asking. But we are saying for those who have applied for waivers, there's no need. VFS Global has been instructed to distribute this press statement and directives directly to all affected Lesotho and Zimbabwean nationals, which means VFS must issue more than 54,000 letters to BaSotho nationals and more than 78,000 letters to, more than 178,000 to Zimbabwean nationals. Without any further delay, VFS Global has also been instructed to fast-track the application process for new exemption permits. A dedicated team will be set up to deal with the application for new exemption permits. I thank you very much.
That was Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, the Honorable Minister, giving us a brief regarding the Zimbabwean nationals and Lesotho nationals, their exemption permit here in South Africa. So the highlights was that Lesotho nationals that were legal and having permits were 54,600, and Zimbabwean nationals that have currently the exemption permit is 178,000, which both of those permits will expire on the 31st of December 2023. But because of the kindness of the courts and of the Department of Home Affairs, everything is extended to 29 November 2025. I think that was the fair deal for our neighbors, and the extension of the exemption period I think is fair, And if you think it's not fair, please leave your comment down below. Don't forget also to subscribe, to like this video, share it, and yeah, thank you for watching. Check you in the next video. Cheers and have a nice one.